Hello and welcome to another map review. Now, we were going to do a review of this map, Western Australia. However, I started to do it and I've just found so many broken things with the map, it just was not possible to do a review and give it any justice because literally the map was severely broken. So we're actually gonna move on to another map, this one. The Wisconsin-Illinois border map. So we're going to take a look at this guy and instead. So let's deselect and get all the mods we need and jump straight in. And there we go. So this is loading. We do not have any errors by looks. Oh, actually, no, we do. We have okay. There is an error on the load of the default starting game, but that shouldn't be a problem because effectively when we resave, that will fix that. So let's jump in and toggle flight mode. Fire up course play and go straight in. So here we are on the map and we are sort of spawned in at the farmhouse here on the farm. So this map has a lot of fields. I think it's 54 fields. Now there is a curious thing here down here. 27, 26 have imposed on each other. So I have this feeling that this field is actually two fields, but that's weird. These fields are odd shapes, and the interesting thing with this is they are so tightly compacted together that you could quite easily, with a lot of these fields, merge them together. Anyway, first thing, fruit types, we have standard fruit types. There's nothing new on this map, no multi-fruit. If we kind of look at the raw fields, this is how, I mean, basically if you look at these fields here, 35, 36, 38, 34, 33, 37 are so tightly together you could literally combine them into one. Of course you've got this thing here, whatever this is, to contend with, but yes, and then you've got all these up here, these tiny little fields. So there's a lot of fields on this map. Some big fields. 25 is pretty big. This 26, 27 is pretty big. 28, so this is 27 probably, or 26, this sliver here. We have some kind of weirdness here on the PDA map. I'm not sure what that's for. This looks like grassland, and we can probably verify that in a sec. Turn on grass. Yeah, we've got tons of grassland on this map. Yeah, there's loads of grassland. So there is production on this map of some form, and there is a bit of forestry on this map as well. So we have a total of 11 sale points that we can sell to, and we have no animals to start with. We have 100,000 silo, which doesn't seem a lot, but that's that. Let's, whoops, nope, I didn't want to do that. So look at starting equipment. So we have Fendt Vario 900. We have 4 of those. We have 4 Fendt Vario 900s. We have a MAN TGS 1848 semi. We have an axial flow 9230, which is that's one of the bigger combines from Case. We have a Capello HS16. and a 45-foot draper header. So we've got, you know, some fairly biggish equipment. We have a Cramp Bandit trailer. We have the all-rounder cultivator. We have the Salford plough. We have the Amazon seeder. We have a Lely mower. That's, I think, can go front or back. I'm not sure. Yes, that's front. And we've got the Lely mowers for the back. We have a Strutman loading trailer, haulage wagon. We have a baler, a 1290. Haven't seen one of those for a while. Timber runner, and we have a buffalo, and we have a Scorpion King. So that's kind of handy. We have one semi and two semi trailers, strangely enough. Okay, so that's our starting equipment. So we've got a good set of equipment here. And let's sort of take a look around. So this is the farmyard. Let's jump over the fence. We have some very odd looking things here. What are these? Ooh, they're baby cows. They're calves. I'm not sure. This is for veal. These are veal pens, strangely enough. That's an interesting addition. You have a Wisconsin dairy farm. You have a lot of animals, so this is sort of animal sheds. I'm guessing this is where we put all our animal feed for our cows. So we definitely have cows on this farm. That's the milk load area. That's your milk trigger. Not sure what this is. Water. That is a water tank. Got TMR mixer. And we have a storage for grass, silage and straw. We have, what's this? Okay, so this is an odd little silage clamp. It's an L shape. Got some storage sheds there. Got fuel tank here. What do we have here? Oh, this is a scale. Not sure why we have a scale there, but we have a scale. And over there, you can see, I think, what's this? This is either a fermenter for silage, which I think it will be. Yep, that's a fermenter for silage. And it's actually got some silage in it. Interesting. So it actually comes with some silage. So we actually have some silage to start with in the fermenter. Which is intriguing, to say the least. Obviously we will probably need it for our cows so we can make TMR. We don't have any cows as yet. There's another water fountain over there. This building, you fill it at the front, if memory serves. Yep, so you drop stuff in. Is there anything in here? Oh, is it just for show? That's just for show. We have a, what's this? This has got to be a slurry tank, I bet. That is a slurry pit, I think. I suspect this is for slurry. Show how we fill it. We have essentially non-moving cows. Oh, this is actually a moving cow. It's a moving cow that's above ground. It's a flying cow. What's this? Total mixed ration goes in here. Okay. We have straw here. I'm not sure where our grass goes. I guess our grass goes here. Yep, our grass goes in here. So they've kind of done this farm a little bit differently to how normally they are laid out. We have chickens somewhere. There's a chicken coop. There are lots of chickens wandering around. So somewhere there is a place for eggs. In fact, actually, no, the eggs are all literally dropped all over the farm. There is an egg, literally on the middle of the ground. So okay, the chickens wander everywhere. It's called Redfield Dairy. This place. So there we have it, Redfield Dairy. Okay, so that's kind of, we've looked around that. Let's go check out the other animals. So this is going to be our cows, obviously, but then I think there's some more cows over here. I'm not sure though. Let's jump over here and see if this is really the sheep or if this is actually the middle of nowhere. Yeah, so this is not the sheep. We do have some interesting buildings now. What have we got here? There are some buildings here which I don't kind of recognise. It's going to be a sell point. This is Decalb. Very posh looking building. Constant. Okay, so this is a sell point, and for milk and for grain by the looks of it. Yeah, milk and grain and slurry. Let's just check out this. Not sure where this is on the map. Somewhere here, someone sells Budweiser. So beer is something on this map. I'm not sure how we sell it. I have a feeling this map isn't quite finished because where we're at. Oh no, this is it. This one here. So actually, yeah. So this is what they buy. Weirdly, I don't see milk. But anyway. Okay, so let's go back to the map. So there was no sheep where the sheep were supposed to be. Chickens are probably not where the chickens are supposed to be. Let's check the pigs. No, there's no pigs here. It's a gas station. There are a lot of people wandering around, considering there's literally nothing here but fields. Okay. In that case then, let's check over here. This is definitely not cow pasture. This is the shop. There's some, well, it looks like it's a very dark case tractor. Very odd looking case tractor, to be honest. These are seeders and stuff, so this has got to be the store. Ah, this is where all our equipment is. I was kind of wondering a little bit where our equipment was, but our equipment is all here. It's all lined up quite neatly. It's essentially just been bought by the looks of it. There is a sell point here. This is the tractor supply company. So I'm guessing this is where we buy all our equipment from. But yes, all of our vehicles are nicely lined up here. Okay, so let's hit the Denton Bakery. It's a sell point in the middle of nowhere. Denton Bakery, the home of the big large muffin, and it's literally in the middle of nowhere. I do see something over there which kind of looks like a brewery. I'm just going to kind of run over here because strangely enough it's not got a jump point to it. So this looks like a brewery. The reason why I know this because I recognize the flags. When I did my brewery, it had those very same flags. Very different model though. So grain, water. Basically you drop off grain, drop off water. Strangely enough you need diesel. I'm not sure why, but that has that there. That's the spawn point for the thing. You put water, barley, wheat and diesel in, and you get beer and beer waste. Beer boxes. So we get boxes of Budweiser by the looks of it. Add that to this guy. No, there's boxes of Budweiser all over the place. I'm not sure what beer waste is, but there is beer waste. This is a diesel cell drop off. So that is our brewery. Pacific Coast Grain is a sale point, pretty standard stuff. Let's hit the sawmill. So this is a pretty standard looking sawmill, to be honest. Sale point for wood and for other fine items like wood chip. Information point. This will be our wood chip, and which is interesting because you don't have any equipment to make wood chips, but we do have wood. And this is where our Scorpion King and our buffalo are as well. So we do have a bit of a forest, kind of nicely laid out, but yeah, it's a bit of a forest. It actually goes on quite a long way. It goes down here quite some distance. We're going to hit this, but I have actually checked this out before, and I know that when I click on that, I'll spawn it in the middle of a wall. So I'm going to go here, and then we're going to run. So those kind of big areas that look like white on the map are actually water. And this is Northern Plains sale point. This is a grain sale point, and it is quite a big building with lots of mountains of, well, corn, it looks like, to be honest. Combustible dust, by the way, so you've got to be careful. Let's get a weighbridge here, and then we've got obviously the sale point, and that's in the middle of nowhere, Northern Plains. So that's the sale grain elevator down here. Let's hit Mary's Farm. Looks like a sort of standard sale point, very similar to, actually it's pretty much the same that comes off the sort of standard Goldcrest map. Sells grain and manure. McLean biogas plants. Yep, this is pretty much the standard biogas plant. Literally completely the same standard plant, just lifted from the sort of standard default map. Above ground silo king, nothing really much different about that one. Gomez Ridge access, standard sale point. There is a little bit of a shed over there on the edge of the map. We can see the fields. We'll go and look in the air in a little while, but we'll hit the spinnery next. Standard spinnery. Nothing. So road looks a bit well worn. It's like someone's been scribbling with some stuff. Now that over there looks like a silo. What is that? Let's run over here because I'm not sure what that is. So this is a very fancy looking silo with an American flag flying above it. Don't know quite what it is because it isn't tagged on the map, but it looks like it's either it is either our silo or it's something else. I suspect it's our silo. Yeah, so this is probably our silo. That's a drop off. Let me just check what size the silo is. It is quite a modest 100,000, which is a little bit small considering it's such a big facility. And let's go back to the map. Okay, so we're over here, the barn. Let's check out that. So this is basically usual straw sale points. There are some farm buildings over here. These ones look like they are a production type thing because, quite frankly, they're not mapped. A pioneer, whoever they are. So whoever the guy that produces the map has actually, I guess, found some local companies for that's DuPont, or some brand names in this case. This is seeds and fertilizer. So this is seeds and fertilizer basically. That's here, and I think let's just check. This is kind of the last place. This is the gas station that we kind of saw earlier. That is kind of all the sort of sell points and stuff. There's something definitely over here. I'm not sure what. Let's head over to field 20. Just take a look. Oh, that's a big forest. And a big bit of grass. Okay. So that is all of the things. Now, one thing I didn't notice when we spawned in is what fields we did. So we actually own field 1 and field 2. These two here. So actually just hop into a vehicle. Oh, we've got big vents. So let's take a look at our field. So we have field 1. It's a 5.7 hectare field. And we have field 2, which is 18.4. So they're pretty reasonable sized fields actually, that we've been given. Let's take a look at some of the other fields on the map. Let's find out how big field 5 is. So 25. So let's pull that one up. That's 112 hectares. This is a big map. This is an XL 4XL map, by that virtue. Field 29. What is going on? That's why. Okay, so what do we want? That is 55, so that's quite big as well. And actually, let's get some stuff here that we haven't seen before. So there's some water here. Sure what that one is. Sure. Not sure what this is for. I have this feeling this map isn't quite finished, because there's little bits in this map that just don't seem to be completely ready. But it's, you know, there's a lot of stuff on this map. Let's have a look actually. That is that. Let's actually take to the air. Let's take a look at some of this from the air. See what we can see. So there's a placeable lot there. So there's an empty lot there, and there's also an empty lot over there. So there is space for placeables, not a huge amount, but there is space. Either that or something is coming. But those are sort of empty kind of slots. It's quite a nice map. It is reasonably flat, I would say. There are some kind of undulations on these fields, but some fields are looking pretty flat. We're kind of looking towards that field 50-51 kind of cluster. There's obviously, you could if you bought all those, you'd sort of merge them together. Personally, I would do that. There is something over here that I think we've missed. Not sure what it is, but it's something on the other side of this little water area. Kind of looks like animals. Good job we took to the air. Actually, we got a. Yeah, there's definitely some feeding troughs down there. Yes, there is definitely some animals. So jump. Let's get down on the ground here. There is definitely some feeding troughs over there. Let's see. Yeah, so there's the animals are kind of, so the cows are obviously over on the main farm, but we've got something here. There's an arrow pointing to something in the middle of a field. I'm guessing, does this say something on the arrow? Animal dialogue over here. Sheep. Okay, so our sheep are literally just dumped in the middle of a field. Water and grass. I have no idea where the wool pops out. Oh no, the wool pops out over here. Interestingly enough. Wool collection area. And this is where our pigs are. So they're not marked on the PDA map, but they are here. We do have those animals. I was actually kind of wondering where they were. We got, obviously this is a slurry. This is, I'm guessing, where the pigs hang out. Really not sure what that sign means. It's a very ugly. That's water. I'm guessing that's pig food. Animal dialogue. Interesting. And then we've got our TMR mix. So our pig food mixer. So yeah, part of the production. So there's. I do get a feeling this map is not 100% finished, but there's quite a lot on this map. We've got a lot of fields. We've got a lot of space for things. There's just, yeah, it's, if you were going to play this, it'd be multiplayer, I think. You've got a lot of starting equipment, and you've got some big equipment. So the Vario 900 is quite big, and they're all twin wheels and stuff like that. So we've got some big equipment. We've got 2 starting fields, which are fairly reasonable sized, and there are some bits of production on the map. But to be honest, I think there could be more. I mean, there's places to drop placeables. You know, a place like this is the space. It's not being used really for much. There's kind of little areas here where there's production, but here this is the potential placeables. There's a lot of white space around here. You know, this is woodland. There's potentially some space around there. So there are options. There's a lot of grassland on this map as well. So it's, you know, quite a tidy map. So with that, I'm going to leave you all with a bit of an aerial view of the area. So we'll go up here, and there we go. Aerial view of the Wisconsin-Illinois border. I will put the details for this map in the description, and if you found this review useful, please like the video, and if you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And with that, thank you for watching, and goodbye.